Bro, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. If you don't know me as a person, let's say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Him. Everybody including Will. I mean, Will. Fuck.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great.
You know what I mean? Leave them big guys alone. Stop trolling them, right? They're best 147 pounders in the world, and they're the best 107 for.
Gervonta Davis stirred controversy on X after Crawford's win over Canelo, boldly claiming he could beat Crawford himself. He wrote, "I'll swing on him for real," doubling down on his confidence, vowing to train harder, and demanding respect with a chance to prove he belongs among boxing's elite. But instead of celebrating Crawford's historic achievement, Davis's dismissive remarks drew heavy backlash from analysts, who argued that even if he didn't want to praise Crawford, outright disrespect was shameful. They reminded everyone that Crawford had done the unthinkable by decisively beating Canelo, and such a feat deserved recognition, not belittlement.
Dominated a first ballot Hall of Famer, a 4-division champion, a 2-time undisputed super middleweight, and was the reigning undisputed 168-pound super middleweight world champion. Superstar boxer, Saul Canelo Alvarez, who is now 63 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws, 39 wins by way of knockout. And Gervonta Tank Davis, I'm not even going to read off his accolades, because what he did is just nasty work. And this is your king that y'all be praising. Gervonta Tank Davis, instead of applauding the accomplishments, just tip your hat. Just tip your hat. Hey, salute. And if you don't want to salute him, guess what? Just don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing. If you don't want to salute that man, just don't say nothing. Right? And so, Gervonta Tank Davis takes to social media because the boxing world is praising Terence Crawford for what he did. After Gervonta Tank Davis, when the fight was announced and when Terence Crawford was saying he wanted to go up from 154 to 168, Gervonta Tank Davis said he was doing it for the money, not for the legacy.
Long before the recent controversy, Crawford openly criticized Gervonta Davis, saying he didn't see him as the type to take risks against stronger opponents. Instead, he labeled Davis as more of a talker who often sidestepped the toughest challenges. Crawford even admitted he just didn't like Davis, making it clear that if they ever met in the ring, it wouldn't just be about competition, it would be personal.
It would be personal.
Tank would never even think about to come up to 154.
What about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or is it like...
I just really don't like that, dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your...
Yeah, I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality and his ways, nah.
Bill Haney, father and trainer of Devin Haney, shut down Davis's comments, saying there's no way Tank could ever replicate what Crawford achieved. He argued that Davis should stop trolling bigger fighters and focus on his own weight class, sticking to 147 pounds instead of chasing attention by calling out champions in divisions where he doesn't belong. To Haney, Tank's remarks were nothing more than a publicity stunt.
Gotta ask your thoughts on Tank saying he'd knock out Terence in 6 rounds. You think he was playing, trolling, what? Selling tickets to his new fight?
Was that like his tweets? Like he's
he said it
on video.
Huh?
He said audio. He said it. He's like, if I tap that chin, he chinny.
Listen, Terence has already hired us for any of the little guys. Anybody 130, 26, 30, 35, Gary Russell, Tank Davis, you cannot go to get to Terence Crawford without going through us. Rolly Romero, leave Earl Spence alone. You see what I'm saying? You come over here and you get that ass stepped into. You know what I mean? Leave them big guys alone. Stop trolling them, right? They're best 147 pounders in the world, and they're the best 140 pounders.
Trainer Greg Hackett praised Crawford's win over Canelo as one of the greatest achievements in modern boxing, saying he now has nothing left to prove. He reminded fans that no fighter since legends like Bob Fitzsimmons and Henry Armstrong had climbed weight classes and dominated a champion as highly regarded as Canelo. What made it even more historic, Hackett stressed, was the way Crawford won, not by a close decision or lucky shot, but through a flawless clinical performance that left no doubt. He said this victory cemented Crawford's status as a legend and silenced every critic, adding that Crawford should now enjoy his success instead of responding to negativity. For Hackett, this was the very definition of greatness.
Strong held them all at the same time. Legendary shit. He goes in there and beats arguably the best fighter or one of the best fighters of his era.
Yeah.
Regardless of weight class.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on the performance?
The performance was like clean. Like it was real. It was times where it was close calls. Like it looked like Canelo might. Like, damn, Canelo might get him right here. You know what I mean? Bud found a way out, slip up out of there. He was working behind his jab real good, footwork real good, setting the pace. He was creating what I like to call spider web in there. You know what I'm saying? That's basically setting traps with your movement. The part I didn't expect was for Canelo to really approach Bud like Bud, like he was just gonna punch on Bud. He was looking. What I mean by that is Canelo, when he would hit Bud to his hips or like on the shoulder, because I seen him do it a few times. Canelo was like looking for those results that he usually get when he do those things. And I was like, I can't believe he looking at Bud like that. Like he really trying to play Bud. I mean, on the low, he know Bud can fight, but it was like, I'm gonna hit. All right, when I hit you on your hip, you gonna act right. I mean, when I hit you on your shoulders, you gonna act right. And you could tell Canelo's been spoiled over the years. Canelo's gotten better, a lot better. And Canelo is a legend for sure. But you could tell he's imposed his will on a lot of guys and won off of his poker face alone. You know what I mean? Along with the punishing shots.
Although Crawford has openly said he doesn't like Gervonta Davis, he hasn't ruled out fighting him. He's made it clear that if Davis is serious, he should move up to 147 pounds so the fight can happen on fair terms. For Crawford, taking that challenge would silence Davis's trash talk and give him another chance to prove himself against a big-name opponent. He insists the decision is up to Davis. If Tank truly believes he can win, he needs to back it up in the ring instead of just talking. Crawford's stance reflects his confidence, welcoming the challenge while knowing the odds would still favor him.
In his favor.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes and daring to be great.
You would fight him,
man. Tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Ooh. Wow, man. Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147 for him.
Ooh, see, oh, man.
You're going to have a pre-camp.
Then what the people going to say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
DJ Rom, a respected boxing analyst, praised Crawford's versatility and mastery in the ring, calling him one of the rare fighters who can truly do everything at the highest level. He explained that Crawford's greatest strength is his ability to adapt, whether against a power puncher, slick counterpuncher, or relentless pressure fighter. Rom highlighted how seamlessly Crawford blends offense and defense, constantly forcing opponents to second-guess themselves. He described him as a once-in-a-generation athlete whose control of distance, timing, and angles makes every fight look like a display of artistry. To Rom, Crawford isn't just a champion. He's a problem solver who can dismantle any style, and that consistency has convinced many that his legacy will remain unmatched for years to come.
Clearly, outboxed him like I said he would. Bud is special, man. He could adapt. He could make adjustments. There's nothing he can't do. I was a little worried because in the beginning when the fight was announced, because of Canelo's power, Bud coming up, they're like, oh, he come up 2 weight classes. I considered it, he came up 3. He only had 1 fight at 1.
Yeah, 1 fight at 54.
Yeah, right.
So I feel like it's 3 weight classes in 2 fights.
Right.
Yeah.
So with that right there, that was a big thing because Canelo is strong. Canelo does hit hard, he got power, and he's comfortable at 168. You understand what I'm saying? More comfortable. I didn't know if the weight was going to do something to Bud, but I know there was ways that he could outbox him easily. He did it. Towards the closer to the fight date, I changed my stance on it and leaned more to Bud, which was a good thing because my prediction was right yesterday on it, and he just outboxed him, outclassed him. He showed people. And I think he still followed a bit of the Mayweather blueprint. You know, Canelo has to plant his feet all the time to throw off his power, let off his power shots. He has to just make that quick stop, real quick, like a millisecond. That's all Bud needs to move out the way. Bud sets him up to get a reaction. By the time Canelo goes to throw that punch, Bud slips to the side and catches him that way. It's too late. You know what I mean? For Canelo to, his planning of the feet to throw his power punches, if more people figure that out and really take that into consideration in their training camps, I think he would have more losses. But a lot of them fear the power, like a skull.
Even after such a rare achievement, analysts noted that many fans and commentators still held back from giving Crawford full credit. They pointed out that some of this stemmed from favoritism toward Canelo, who has long been admired worldwide, especially in Mexico, while Crawford, as an African-American fighter, has often faced unfair bias. To critics, the mixed reaction to his victory wasn't just about boxing. It highlighted deeper issues of popularity, race, and perception within the sport.
Especially enough for a guy to come 2 to 3 weight divisions lower. Well, so you would be asking a guy to literally just stand there like this new slap exercise. Slap me and I slap you. That's not boxing. And that's extremely sour grapes. And my advice to you is this. Although most times people will stay on cold, there's exceptions to the rules where people will say, I'm not going that far. You know what I mean? Like by our administration right now that's governing the New Russia. They do a lot of illegal things on a daily. But this pedophilia, some people are saying, no, I'm jumping off the boat on this one. I'm going to go with protecting the kids. I mean, I'll go with you with a lot of stuff, but protecting the kids is kind of important to me. Should be, right? It should be, level. So it should be, where you just you don't go a certain length, right? It should be borders. So okay, I don't go past that line. And the line should be pedophilia. Or a line should be no objectivity at all in the world of boxing. You saw a great performance, and Canelo just lost, right? This guy is just a better fighter. Right? If he can come up from that weight division and stand in the pocket most of the time, and still win. If you are saying that you don't want Canelo to be able to cut the ring off with this guy that didn't really run at all, then you're basically saying, well, listen, let's just stand and slug. And that's brawling, right? That has nothing to do with boxing. And so people are going to jump off that. And here's something else that's going to happen to you people right now with sour grapes and are racists running around just saying ridiculousness, right? Because you're disappointed.
Rising star Hamza Shiraz praised Crawford as a mean machine in the ring, saying he's never had trouble handling opponents and always finds a way to win. His comments reflected the respect younger fighters have for Crawford, seeing him as a benchmark of excellence. For Shiraz, the dominant performance against Canelo only confirmed what he already believed, that Crawford is operating on a level very few can reach.
To him, so he said it about himself in the post-fight press conference yesterday. He goes, my mind wants to do it, he goes, my body can't. Doesn't mean he's totally shot. He's not totally shot. He's still a great fighter, and someone I could definitely see myself in the ring with pretty soon.
And beating?
Yeah, definitely. It would have been kind of nice for him to get the win and then me to fight him and then potentially have beaten him. But yeah, God has a different plan.
Look, it still could be Canelo. I don't know when. The plan's obviously a little bit ruined, but do you believe you'd stop Canelo Alvarez, Hamza?
Do I believe I'd stop him? I believe I've got a good chance of doing.
Crawford's longtime trainer, Brian Bomac McIntyre, hinted at what might come next, saying it's unlikely Crawford will chase a fight with David Benavidez. Instead, he suggested Crawford may choose to vacate and take time to relax rather than force himself into unnecessary challenges. Bomac emphasized that Crawford has earned the right to make decisions on his own terms, and with nothing left to prove, he can now focus on his legacy and personal goals instead of meeting critics' demands.
Benavidez can make 168. Maybe he has plans or ideas of maybe trying to match up Benavidez and Terence Crawford.
No,
there.
man. No, I ain't doing that fight.
Maybe planning on vacating the belts?
No, we ain't gonna vacate the belts. You know, we just gonna sit where we need to sit for a minute, and then, just like I said, get back in the gym and do our thing.
And it's absolutely.
And he don't want none.
So what does this performance prove about the end of sparring? You guys were largely
I told you it don't make
it.
no difference. Didn't I say it? I said that don't mean shit. I don't give a damn about that.
Yeah.
I said that, didn't I? In one of those interviews, I said that. Don't mean shit, because he's no Bud Crawford. I'm not taking nothing from innocent, Bozy, them over there, them.
Legendary heavyweight Evander Holyfield praised Crawford's victory as exceptional, pointing to his timing, footwork, and ring IQ as proof of elite skill. He said Crawford showed a level of ability that sets him apart from ordinary champions, and the win over Canelo was more than just a result. It was a display of true mastery that reminded fans what great boxing looks like. Coming from a legend like Holyfield, the praise carried even more weight.
What did you think of Crawford's performance over Canelo?
It was super.
Super.
Because the thing is that when both of the guys are good.
Right.
I just think that when you have two guys, the smaller guy is a guy that don't have the punching power, but he has the skills that's necessary.
Crawford.
Yeah.
So you were very impressed with his performance? Would you say?
Well, yeah. The point of the matter is, I knew if it came down to if somebody got knocked out, I thought Crawford would probably get knocked out.
Yeah.
But I know about boxing.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned, and I'll catch you next time.